Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David.
Craig 5 standing by.
I'm Mary.
And this is where we talk all things Star Wars. And before we get started, we always want to recognize our top tier Patreon members out there, starting with Liam McCallan, Kevin Leininger, Devin McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Atia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, Indiana Solo, and for his first time ever, BC Doomit. Thank you for all the love and support out there. And we also want to mention Legion Sabers. So legionsabers.com, check them out. Use the code STUFF at checkout for 15% off. And if you want to pause the podcast and head out to their Instagram, they got something really special that they just introduced. And I don't think anyone else has it. Ooh. So you might want to check out their Instagram. And it's just Legion Sabers at Instagram. And yeah, it's going to be a game changer. I was surprised that it didn't come out earlier, but yeah, it's something big. So you guys know what it is?
I'm about to go check. I'm about to check Instagram.
Well, don't we want to keep people guessing so they go
suspense? Look? Maybe they already left to go check it out. But yeah, it's super cool. I think it's the first lightsaber company that's introducing these.
Whoa.
Maybe we might have some at SpaceCon to show off. I don't know.
Oh, if it's a wheel prize, I'm buying a ticket.
If it's a wheel prize, well, it'll probably be a raffle if we do that, because who knows how many manufacturers will have them, but it looks like Legion Sabers got them first. So
that is super cool.
I'll take you out of suspense. They have retractable lightsabers, guys. Mm-hmm. Like the actual retractable, kind of like what you see, what everyone saw on the Star Cruiser with Rey fought Kylo Ren. She ignited it and then she set it down and picked up another to fight Kylo. You see it, Craig?
I'm looking at the reels. I don't see him coming back in yet.
No, it's a post. I saw the post.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at their stories.
Oh, yeah.
What was on the post?
It's the very first one.
Yeah. Okay. So legionsabers.com. What's that?
Something loud is coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
First time I've ever seen it.
That
to buy. Nice. Yeah. A lot of people, I think I've seen a lot of like individual like creators and manufacturers make them, but they didn't put them up for like a mass retail like Legion Sabers, I believe is. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they're the first ones. I think that's the first time I've ever seen anyone put up something like that. So and you can use your code STUFF at checkout to possibly buy one in the future. 15% off.
I'm excited.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
I'd be excited just to get to be able to see it at the booth.
Yeah.
See it in person. That'll be super cool.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty big draw, I think. Everyone's going to want to check it out. Mary might have to stand out there and be like our lightsaber model and just, show everyone, be like, hey, check it out.
Whack people when they walk by.
Start practicing.
Adam on YouTube says, hello, everyone. Star Wars Stuff Podcast #1. Gotta go. Love ya. Bye.
What's
the news for today?
What's the news today?
You're never going to live that down, David.
That's fine. I'm good with that. It could always be worse. On YouTube, the Sabersmith Shop -D6R. What up, Star Wars Stuff? Long-time listener. Finally got a chance to listen live. Awesome.
Woohoo. Yay.
Terrific.
It's good to be back. I was frozen in carbonite.
For the holidays?
For the holidays.
The holiday special? Did anybody watch the holiday special over the holidays? David, your face.
God, it's so hard to watch.
You can't watch it all at once.
It's really painful.
You can't do it all at once. But you can do it.
Yeah. It's really, really rough.
Yeah.
The Arthur song is pretty funny.
Yeah, I wouldn't subject anyone to watch it. But yeah. Maybe we might have it like playing in the background at our booth or something.
No, let's not do that. Let's not.
Maybe if I'm like prisoner at that booth and I have to, maybe then I'll probably see it. Maybe that's what I should do. We should have like a monitor set up, just have it playing and just like stare at it. Like, I don't know.
No,
that's the only way I'll be able to watch it.
Here's what we should do. We should have a contest. Anybody who wants to enter, you sit them in a room and they have to watch it on repeat. And the last person to leave gets a big prize.
See, here's the thing, Craig. There's a lot of people that claim they watch it every year, and it's
you have to keep watching it.
You have to keep watching it on a continuous loop
until the last person leaves.
It's all like con long. Yeah,
that sounds like military torture.
Yeah, that is some weird kind of torture.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to the news.
What do we got? Anything good?
So there's a couple things here that I can talk about here. Starfighter has wrapped, and Sean Levy dropped this post on Instagram.
Oh, so cool.
So I'm getting more excited. I've talked myself into being more excited about this than Mando and Grogu somehow, some way. But from everything we're hearing from the cinematographer, the planning, the stars in it, James's encounter in California with a certain person that you can see on our Patreon. I'm excited.
I listened to that. That was a good episode between you guys.
Yeah, I had to really get him to say who he spoke with, which was like really incredible. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And some stuff was said.
So if you want to know,
I don't know. Maybe
we're going to be very vague about this.
Yeah.
It's
we're going to be very. We'll tell you afterwards, Craig.
No, I know what it is.
Huh?
I know what it is.
Okay.
Can we give the people a hint? Like
we've given a bunch of hints at Starfighter. Someone in the cast.
Someone in Starfighter.
Like a major person in Starfighter. We're not talking about like someone that may have been in the background and maybe is cut now. No. This person's in the movie. So
if you want to know,
yeah,
go join Patreon.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm excited for Starfighter even more so than I am for Mando Grogu. And of course, Christmas has passed. And my wife went to the after Christmas sales and all that. And she's like, hey, I found all these ornaments on sale. I was like, okay, what kind of ornaments are they? She's like, oh, there's a Mandalorian, there's Grogu. And I'm like, what about the Hallmark Luke Skywalker 3x5" No, that's still like $40, $50 or whatever. So it was weird to me that all the Mando Grogu stuff was on sale and nothing else was on sale. Does that mean anything? Does it have to do with anything? Is there just a huge surplus of those?
That would be my guess. Is that they're a lot more mass appeal, trying to appeal to the kids, and with the newest show and Grogu and stuff like that.
When I go online, a lot of people are like, well, a lot of younger people are really not into as much as you would think the Mando and Grogu film coming out. It seems like they're all kind of going into it with the assumption of it's just a continuation of the show. And the last season, I don't think helped their situation as much. Starfighter's so far away. It's in 2027. It's not next year, but in a few days we'll be able to say that. But still, it feels a long ways away. And then we have to definitely get through Mando Grogu. I know we're going to be super excited to possibly be on the red carpet, possibly see it that night. But have you guys got more of like a litmus test of general public people in the theater once you saw Avatar?
I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about it, but I really think it's gonna have a Iron Man kind of feel to it. You know, I think it's gonna be a lot of awesome action in this movie. I think Favreau's gonna deliver.
I agree. But okay, so I was listening to the Smartlist podcast this morning, and they were talking to Jeremy Allen White. And Sean Hayes is a huge Star Wars fan. So as soon as I saw his name on the podcast title, I was like, oh, they're going to talk about Mando. They have to. Between Sean and Jeremy, they have to. They didn't bring it up once. So part of me thinks like everyone who's in the Mando project is not allowed to talk about it. I feel like his person talked to the Smart List like producer and be like, you cannot ask anything about Star Wars, no matter how much you want to. So I think it's almost intentional that we're not hearing anything.
I don't know. It seems kind of silly not to bring it up at all.
I know. That's what I thought. I thought for sure they were going to at least be like, did you enjoy being on the set? How does it feel to be a part of Star Wars? Right. They didn't bring up anything.
Jeremy Allen White was on a morning talk show and they asked him specific questions. And he did that thing where he seemed like he didn't know what Star Wars was. But he was still answering the questions like, yeah, I play a Hutt. And he's Jabba's son, and it seemed like he was really trying hard to remember what he was doing. There was another interview he did where he was very like on point, and he described the situation of he thought he was just going to go in for a couple of voices, and then he said that he actually had more to do in the story. And then there's rumor reports out there stating that he's going to be in most of the movie. I don't know if we believe that or what. But
I don't know.
That's highly technical. I mean, I want to see the performance capture on a guy walking in that suit, the big hotel, and that would be cool though.
Yeah.
So yeah, we still don't quite know. And then you ask yourself the question: why get an actor of that caliber just to do a voice? But he did say that he was at a party, and Jon Favreau approached him and asked him to be in it, and then that's when he said yes. He got kind of like I don't want to say cornered, but Favreau was a fan of Jeremy Allen White's work, and he just said, "Hey, you want to do this?" And he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it."
I think that's how Favreau works.
Yeah.
If you've seen him talk about that, you hear that in a lot of his movies. He just, and even with Star Wars, you've heard it where he calls Bill Burr and he's like, "I really want you for Star Wars," and he's like, it doesn't feel like a fit, and he's like, "No, I think you'd be good," and he was great. I think Favreau just has people that he wants to work with, and he finds something in the movie for them.
Yeah, a lot of directors and producers work like that. Even James Gunn is very much like that. Just
these are
the people I want to work with.
I think Favreau is going to do a good job with this movie. I do, because you look at Elf, and he did such a great job of capturing that feel of Christmas Town and Rudolph, and it's a great movie. I think it's a great movie. I watch it. Definitely a great kids movie.
So have you heard the rumor of why there's not an Elf 2?
Yes, why? He did, because Will Ferrell didn't think the story would be strong enough.
Well, I heard something a little bit more juicier than that. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't want to spread rumors, but the thing I heard was, we all know about Favreau doing Iron Man, how there was essentially no script, and Robert Downey Jr. was basically improvising a lot. And Favreau was fine with it.
Yeah.
There was a script for Elf, but Will Ferrell, one of the funniest guys ever, he wanted to do improv, and Favreau told him, no, stick to the script. Stop improvising. Stop it. And he was like, well, wait a minute, I can add to this. We could do better. So the rumor is they don't like each other. And they promise never to work ever again together. That's why there's not enough to. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I didn't hear that from an insider or anything, or anyone reputable. That's what I just kind of like saw one day. I was like, whoa, that kind of makes sense. There's not an Elf 2, because Elf is one of the biggest movies ever, biggest Christmas movies ever. It's always playing. It's front and center when you go on streaming.
Yeah. I'm surprised, but I feel like they've worked with each other on something else, though. No? That's crazy.
It's surprising.
Yeah. That is.
And I want to say, man, I can't remember when it was, but I was in a room with Will Ferrell at some point in the past 2 years. I can't remember when, But and I was like in like not like a fan room thing. It was like a press thing. He was super nice. He was super genuine, saying "excuse me," "pardon me," and that whole thing. He didn't seem like he was acting like a superstar or anything. But I was
No,
just
I
like
don't think
sitting
he
there,
would. He doesn't
kind of
seem like he would.
kind of observing him, and he was cool. He was real cool. I didn't get to meet him, but he was there. But he was really cool.
Nice.
You know, that's a shame, but I really don't think we needed an Elf 2. The first one was such a great movie the way it is. What more would they have done? Because James Caan, you know, he obviously he wouldn't have been back, right?
No.
And that was really the heart of that movie, was that relationship with him and the strain, and you know how funny it was.
Yeah, a lot of those actors, I guess, have passed. Ed Asner, James Caan. So,
and oh my gosh, what's his name? The comedian Bob Newhart.
Oh yeah, Bob Newhart. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think they needed a sequel, but anyway, I think Favreau did a nice job with the feel of that movie, and then he did a great job with Iron Man. So I feel it, and even with The Mandalorian, the first 2 seasons were amazing, and they gave the fans what they want. I don't know what happened in that 3rd season, but I think this is going to be a really good movie. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like the 3rd season was bad. I feel like people just had higher expectations and built this show up a lot bigger because of the first 2.5 seasons and stuff. So there's this, they went into season 3 with like a very specific, very high expectation, but I liked a lot of season 3. I think there was literally one moment that I don't like in season 3.
Which
and we all know what the moment. Wow. Jack Black. I love Jack Black. I love him. But him and Lizzo should not have been in it because they just played themselves. Yeah. Yes. But that's the only moment I don't
really like. That's holiday special terrible. It's like Last Jedi terrible.
Oh my God.
It was bad. I'm sorry, it was bad. Listen, I think I watch every episode twice, but I don't go back and watch a season. I will watch season 1, season 2 all the time. I have no desire to watch season 3, and I don't know. I was kind of disappointed with every episode. I think it should have stopped at season 2. But not that I don't want the movie. I do want the movie, but season 3 just.
I wonder how much of season 3's storyline is going to play into the movie.
I don't think it will.
Because we spent so much time with Bo and stuff, and like him learning. I feel like that time together really taught him like you don't have to be so culty about being a Mandalorian, you know, and stuff. Like he got to see Mandalorians in a different form versus what he grew up with. And I think that piece is going to play a really big part. And that's why season 3 might be important. Like that to the movie.
I don't think it's going to be about season 3 at all. I'd be surprised if it was even brought up. I think the only part of season 3 is we're going to see R5D4 flying the N1 or in the back.
Yeah.
But I really just don't think it's going to cover season 3. I think it's going to cover maybe a little bit like with the Imperial remnants, something along those lines. But I don't know. I think they're going off in a different direction.
Maybe. Disney is very reactive in that way. They didn't get a good, feel from season. I feel like they are very reactive.
They've been trying to force the sequel trilogy on us they still try. They still put Facebook posts and stuff like. I'm like, who is your social media team? Like, what are you doing?
I mean, reactive in the sense.
We'll keep the fans happy.
I mean, reactive in the sense like Acolyte didn't make enough money. Let's cancel it. Right. Reactive in the sense of like, oh, this. No one's taking well to her last name being Skywalker. So let's just change all the merchandise from saying Rey Skywalker back to just Rey. Like, I think they are very reactive in that sense.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I find that hard to believe because they have not strayed away from that sequel trilogy in Galaxy's Edge, and it has been dragging its feet, like to get Luke Skywalker or Boba Fett or Ahsoka walking around. It's like, come on, like.
So Disneyland has all that. I think it's very much a contract situation.
Orlando, we have Mandalorian walking around. That's it.
No, we get Luke Skywalker. We get R2-D2 all the time. We get Chewie. We get Rey. We get
Chewie and Rey, but Rey. I mean, but finally they're going to be switching over to the ride, and that will
in a couple months.
Yeah, I don't know.
What,
I
Craig?
feel like
I think you should just come to Disneyland, and I think you'd be so much happier.
Maybe I would.
Yeah,
maybe I would if I could.
I'd be your personal tour guide.
That's it. I'm fed up. I'm going.
I will stand out there and like bug every cast member and be like, when is Luke coming out here? Craig 5 is here to see Luke Skywalker.
They'll be like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? They'll get so excited. They'll get frozen in carbonite. They're like, wow.
That's amazing.
I don't know. So I feel like they haven't been so reactionary because I feel like the smart thing to do would have been start incorporating like the remnant empire and having remnant stormtroopers walking around and Moff Gideon or something like that in that armor. But no, they stick to Kylo Ren and those First Order stormtroopers.
Yeah.
So
which would have worked so perfectly with the Hunt for Ben Solo film. Right? Or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe Kylo Ren wouldn't exist. And it's just Ben Solo now. I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe you get both.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know why they've got their heels dug in with those movies when it's clear that they have to go in a different direction. It's just the fan base is just way too divided.
It is.
Well,
I would agree with that. I would say it is divided.
It's a slow process because they're doing Starfighter. Hopefully they're hoping that hits real big, and then they can maybe start a trilogy off of that, or a series off those characters, whatever.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good. But yeah, the temperature that we're taking online is there's not as much excitement for Mando and Grogu. But I know Mary has seen the new trailer before Avatar. And Craig 5? No, we didn't get trailers at my viewing. Oh, I thought you saw it a second time. No.
No. James saw it a second time.
The only difference in the trailer is you get to see Din Djarin fighting those creatures, right? And there was a few tiny things.
Yeah, there was Din Djarin shooting at with his flamethrower the ground, and I think he like ignites some snow troopers on fire.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of wild. Yeah, like a blast door opens and he like shoots the flamethrower out of his wrist there. And also, yeah, the ending was different too. You got to actually see a couple more chessboard pieces in live action. I got a couple pictures here. If you're watching, that's the Kenton Strider. We'd seen that creature before, but I think this creature, who he wasn't very recognizable to me. I thought he was like something like brand new, and people are comparing him to the Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yeah,
and a lot of these kids online are saying, "Oh, they just copied Stranger Things." It's like, nope, Stranger Things copied Star Wars. And then, of course, you have the Mentalian Savrip that we've seen before. And this creature, too, was all there back in 1977. So it looks like the Mandalorians got to go through all these creatures. And then maybe, I don't know, is Rada maybe the final boss, or is he a gladiator with Mando?
I thought he was going to be like hosting the event, something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like
possibly
the pod race, with like Fode and Bede.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Something like that. I like overseeing it, like let the tournament begin.
Yeah.
Something like that. Maybe that's what we're seeing.
Yep. And there's the original chessboard right there. And it's also one of those things where,
and that feels like a Favreau move to me. By the way,
yeah, and yeah, that's what I was going to comment on.
It's that sprinkling in of like little details.
Give you the toys that we used to play with as a kid.
Yeah.
Now we obviously didn't have them, but we all thought it would have been cool, and now I'm sure we're all going to get them.
For guys like me and you, Craig, and even you, Mary, we like this type of stuff. And it has to be used in a particular way. It can't be kind of the whole, we've said it a million times, the whole Dr. Evazan, Ponda Baba in Rogue One on Jeddah. Can't be that. It has to have to do something with the story. It can be forced, pun intended. But a lot of these kids online are like, man, this is just like nostalgia farming, you know? And it's like, no, not really, but yes, you kind of have a point. So what do you guys think about that? Star Wars doing too much of this? I initially thought they weren't doing enough of it. They didn't do enough of it in the sequel trilogy.
No,
I saw a lot of new aliens.
I disagree. They're not doing enough because what have we really gotten from nostalgia? We got like hardly anything from the sequel trilogy, nothing in Andor, hardly anything in the Acolyte.
Skeleton Crew had little tidbits.
Nothing, hardly anything in Skeleton Key.
Well, the Acolyte, you got Coyote-Mundi in there for a second.
Yeah, but that's what
Yoda
I'm saying.
for less than half a second. Huh? I said Yoda for less than half a second.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying. Hardly anything. That's like I would consider that hardly anything. You know, what else am I missing? Ahsoka, a little bit.
I don't know. For me, it's not nostalgia farming or fan service. I sometimes I hear it as fan service, but for me, it's just connectivity. Mm-hmm. This is how you connect and world build and stuff is by having these little moments, these little things like the chessboard characters. Now we know these chessboard characters were actually like a part of something. They're actual like creatures. They actually wrestle all these things. And those are their signature moves, right? Same thing like when we were kids and WWE was huge. And you could get like the little toys that like flip and kick and do all those things and stuff like that. Because that's what those wrestlers would do and stuff. It's just world building and connectivity for me.
I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's, as long as it's good. And I think Favreau will do a good job. So I'm not worried about it.
I think regardless, whatever direction this movie is going to go in, I think I'm going to enjoy it. I can't see it being bad.
I don't think it'll be bad.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll be bad either. I think the mandate Jon Favreau has is the fact that you're going to get a certain amount of people to go see this movie. If it's good, it's going to stay level. I think it has to be great to actually make more money than the projections, which, I mean, it sounds like common sense, but I think there's a certain amount of people you're going to get with a Star Wars film. Hopefully, Kathleen Kennedy is going to hold her promise of having the crawl at the beginning of the movie. That's going to make it feel like a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what other films are around it at that point in time, but hopefully it's not a solo situation, which I don't think it is, because Doomsday is going to, or not Doomsday. Yeah, it is Doomsday. Doomsday is going to be at the end of the year.
That's what I ask. Is it going to rival Doomsday? Because we're getting trailers at the same time.
Yeah, and the Odyssey is, I think, in the middle of the summer. So I don't think there's anything huge that's going to drop. So it's going to have a lot of time to kind of cook there. But man, I really hope this is great. I hope it's really, really good. Because otherwise, this really might kind of sink the possibility of doing
that. Don't say that.
It feels like Disney, Lucasfilm are, and I think more so Disney, is more so like, hey, if this thing ain't great, we're moving on. We're moving on to the next thing.
But do you think that means no more Mando movies, and then they would continue on? Well, I mean, after this movie, what else is there? It's going to be the Dave Filoni connection movie, right? That's it. That's all we're expecting.
And that's going to take a long time, because they haven't started on that, really. It's all pre-production stuff, probably. So, yeah, we're in a strange spot. I never thought it would take this long to get another movie out, and the hype not to be what it is. Yeah, hoping this is great.
We've only had a few little teaser trailers. People aren't really excited for it yet. I think once they see some cool stuff in the trailer, maybe part of a space battle, something like that, I think the hype will be there. Just give it some more time. We're still 5 months away.
5 months is not that long.
Yeah.
It's not that long.
Yeah, 5 months is not that long.
Well, they need another trailer. They need a different trailer.
So, The Mandalorian debuted in 2019.
No, wait a minute. When does Odyssey come out?
I think in July, right?
Okay. And that trailer just came out?
Let me see.
That trailer just came out like a week ago.
The thing is, all those kids that loved Grogu are 6 years older, are going to be 6 years. That's a big time jump.
Yep. So July 17th is when the Odyssey comes out.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you think all those kids that love Grogu, they've moved on. So Grogu's going to almost have to be
They really loved him. They'll be there for him. Okay.
Yeah. It really surprises me they didn't strike when the iron was hot and just do a movie in 2021 or 2022. But of course,
it would have been rushed. It would have been so rushed.
Yeah. And then, of course, you had all the strikes and the pandemic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened with season 3 and Book of Boba Fett.
That makes sense. Book of Boba Fett was weird.
It just didn't make a lot of sense.
It was weird.
First of all, some of those scenes were like just making me crazy. Like Fennec Shand getting operated on, and then 10 minutes later, she's laying in the sand. Like, what? That made me crazy. They replaced her torso with a
robo tummy,
a robo torso, and then they just drop her, and then Boba Fett just brings her up to lay her on the sand. It's like, what? What were they thinking? Like, you can't just do something, bring her somewhere. Like, that was crazy to me.
Yeah,
I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of those weird gray areas when, you can't really attribute our earthly science to, and maybe even biology to Star Wars. I don't know, but
I'm not giving them a pass for that. And not only that, like, these are my people. Boba Fett's like, these are my people. It's like, what? How are these your people? Do you know any of these people? You're not from Tatooine. How are these your people?
He bonded with that that lizard ayahuasca going up his nose.
I guess, that lizard must have pooped in his head and something.
Something happened.
Craig.
It just didn't make any sense for the character.
I mean,
listen,
James said it was pretty cool.
What was
cool? The lizard, I think. I'd say no more movies if this one is bad. No, that's insane, James. No more movies. Of course, they're going to make more movies. They're never going to stop. Never stopping with the movies.
Who's James?
James Herrera, 3435-1287.
A droid?
Ooh, that'd be a good droid name.
I don't know. Book of Boba Fett just didn't make a lot of sense. The story was all over the place. And that weird flashback that we kept seeing, but never went to anything else. It was just the same flashback of Jango Fett flying. What? Why do we keep seeing? Every time the flashback would come up, I was like, oh, we're going to see something cool, something else in Kamino. And it's just the same one. I was like, why? Why are we seeing this? Why?
We're looking at his trauma.
Do you think, of course, there's a lot of pressure when you're in Hollywood to do something great and to do something at all. But when it's Star Wars, there's even more pressure. Do you think it's just because of the pressure and the time crunch? What is it, do you think?
I think that one was because of COVID and the writer strike, and there was a rush.
I thought it was pre-strike.
And,
was Boba Fett pre-strike?
I think so. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think it was pre, because when the Acolyte came out, that was when the strike was going on. Yeah.
Yeah. I blame Boba Fett, like Book of Boba Fett, on COVID and restrictions and less being able to connect and like collaborate as a writing team, etc., and things like that.
And stupid speeder bikes.
So for me, so that's a nostalgia thing. I think Book of Boba Fett was just to be fan service and nostalgia. Everyone loves this character, right? Let's just give them a lot of this character. He's gotten older. Let's see where he's at now in life.
Okay, see, I disagree with that, because if that was the case, we would have seen Forlom and Zuckuss and Dengar and bounty hunters we actually thought were cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not like the townsfolk from what New Freedom Land or whatever it was called. What was it called?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was called? Freedomville?
I don't know.
Freedom Town? Was it Freedom Town? Maybe it was Freedom Town.
Oh my gosh. I hope not. I really hope not.
Freetown. It was Freetown. No, it was. Wasn't it Freetown?
I hope
Sounds
not.
familiar.
The Freetown. We're the free folk now. But it was like, what? Give us Dengar and Bosk and Forlom fighting against Boba Fett or with Boba Fett. Instead, it was the get-along gang on these mopeds that look like the scooters from Seinfeld. The rascal.
Oh,
they looked so ridiculous. I'm sorry, but
yeah, or maybe all this is like a blessing in disguise, because if all this kind of doesn't work, maybe then they'll have their hands tied and they'll have to give us Knights of the Republic or the Old Republic or Darth Bane or Darth Plagueis stuff.
They're going to be too late. I'm watching those videos on YouTube already. I sent it to you earlier with Bane talking to Luke Skywalker, and it looked really good. Really good.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
AI is really catching up.
Better than Mandalorian.
The thing that even surprises me more than the visuals is the dialogue, man. Like, who's writing this stuff? This stuff is good. Is it AI as well?
We should have that guy on the show. We should have that guy.
So I think we can have him on the show, because you know why? Because he's friends with the owner of Legion Sabers.
Is he? Get him on. Get him on for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people opposed to AI. A lot of people are just really.
Listen, I think here's what people are opposed to. They're tired of going on and seeing something funny, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, is this even real?" That's what's annoying people. Where the bear is attacking the child in front of the doorbell, you know what I mean, or the dogs, or the burglars, and you're jumping over the fence. People don't like to feel tricked. They don't mind it when it's cool. Like they don't mind these. I think a lot of people are really digging these Skywalker stories. I think that's the name of the channel. But they don't like to feel like this is fake and phony when it's in a deceitful way. You know, those stage videos and stuff like that. But I think if they know, and then they're like, "Oh, this is something cool."
The only time AI bothers me is when I have to worry when my dad texts me. He goes, "Hey, is this real? Should I sign up?" And I'm like, "Don't do it. Don't give them any information."
Like some of these pranks are funny now with like the dad is at the grocery store and then they put the woman in the picture and it looks like the dad is hitting on this like really pretty.
Oh, I saw that one.
Right? Like stuff like that. That's funny.
I mean, there's some really dangerous ones too. I've seen where there's like an older, or maybe not older, but like there's a couple, I guess like in their 40s, 50s, and a young guy will approach the wife and be like, "Hey, why was he kissing my sister?" And it shows the husband kissing another woman.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What?" Like, And the guy's like, I didn't kiss anybody. I don't know who that is. It's like, it's getting kind of to that point, guys.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that too.
Yeah, you can like really affect.
There was like a guy at a store and he's like, has a picture of him like taking his shirt off and walking around with his shirt off. And he's like, that was you. And he's like, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. The guy was getting all upset.
Yeah, we're getting to a weird spot here with AI. And I mean,
you guys are gonna have AI of me watching Last Jedi, liking it. That's too far.
Yeah.
I love that. That's where you draw the line, Craig. That's the line in the sand. That's amazing.
Oh man.
Oh,
I'm gonna do an AI of Craig with Ryan Johnson, like, shaking hands and like
putting
hugging.
my hands on him, looking him in the eyes, and be like, "Thank you for Last Jedi."
Oh my gosh, poor Ryan Johnson.
Thank you for Last Jedi.
Well, did you screenshot that? there's your material right there, David, to do it.
Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Well, once we're friends with Skywalker Stories, he'll be able to put it together like that.
Yeah,
I do love the ones where it's like Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Anakin hanging out in their bathrobes, and they're like
I do
watching
love that.
Star Wars together. Those are hilarious.
Those are really good, and they're like, I didn't know you did that.
They're just so funny. They're just every day there's like new ones. They're so good.
Yeah, I think it's a particular comedian actually.
Yeah, he's really talented.
I think he's based in the UK. Yeah, and he's done like one with like Gandalf and Saruman as well.
He does a lot. He does it to like all the movies. They're like watching like all the shows too. They're watching Acolyte and everything. And I always see like new little clips every day. So that guy's really talented. Man, I wish that stuff was around 20 years ago. I would have gotten into that. I love that kind of stuff. But now it's like my brain is old and I'm like, I don't know how to do that. How do I turn on the computer?
Have you ever seen the ones, Craig, where it's like these two stormtroopers and they're doing like daily vlogs and stuff? And it's almost like documentaries.
Something like that.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, we're getting ready, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, we're on the Death Star today. Let's see how it goes. And it's the day the Death Star gets blown up and stuff. It's pretty good. Those I'll have to find some and send them to you.
I think I've seen. I know I saw something with two stormtroopers recently, and they're like standing around, like talking or something.
Yeah.
But I think people like that kind of AI. They just don't like feeling like they're being fooled with. Stupid. Then you're like, you spend 10 minutes laughing at it, thinking how great it is, and you're like, this isn't even real. So that's the difference. But people are giving the fans the Star Wars stuff we've been wanting to see. Like they're starting to give us really cool stuff, and it's looking better and better by the week.
Yeah.
How good is it going to be at the end of 2026 in 1 year?
That's what it'll.
To me, it feels like it's going to be perfect. It's going to rival what Lucasfilm does.
I mean, they're not doing like, crazy action sequences and stuff, but it's like really cool dialogue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's where we'll be at the end of 2026 is we will get those action sequences now. That they will be capable of doing that. What's crazy to me is like right now is that pivotal moment where they either shut this down and they're like, nope, you can't use our what's it called? Intellectual property. Intellectual property, likenesses, voices, and stuff like that for personal AI and blah 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 for your personal channels and stuff. But Disney's going the opposite route. They're like, hey, you want to create some AI stuff for us? Cool, send it our way. We'll potentially use it. Yeah. They're like not even thinking about shutting down now. They're like encouraging it.
Yeah, they struck a deal with a particular company, one of the bigger companies out there, to be able to use Disney characters, which includes Star Wars in there as well. So it looks like they're embracing it.
All it takes is one person to ruin it for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would figure they'd have restrictions and ways to not abuse it, which of course that's going to happen.
There's restrictions on what characters you can see at different parks. How is there not restrictions on this?
Well, because that's the parks. I think there's like different contracts and stuff, and that gets like very weird and complicated because it's like, why don't you have Luke in Disney World?
He was there, but only briefly. He came for like the season of the whatever that was called.
Right. And I think it might come down to what they have to pay Mark Hamill for his likeness.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes down to that.
Just pay Mark Hamill to come.
No one will recognize him. Did you guys see that clip?
I did.
Of him on the
yeah. I was like, man, Mary should have been there.
I know. If I had known.
He was also wearing like sunglasses and a hat too. So it was kind of like, you know what I mean?
I would have recognized him. I'd be like, sir, if he's standing in front of the star, I'd be like, yeah, that's Mark Hamill, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, we would, but
yeah.
Yeah, that one guy that was like so chill. He's like, "You're Mark Hamill. You're Luke Skywalker." He's like, "No, I'm not." And he's like, "Yeah, you are. Let's take a picture." It's like, whoa, that's wild. But yeah, I always miss out on those opportunities because I mean, as like someone from out of California, you always go there and you're hoping to experience something like that. And celebrities will do that from time to time.
Yeah, people still walk around Disneyland looking for Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. There's like
he did that recently, right? Again?
No,
it was an actor.
No, it's a cast member
that looks just like him.
That looks just like him. I'm like, Johnny Depp doesn't look like that anymore, guys. That was Johnny Depp when he was like 20 years ago.
Oh yeah,
he
that's
really
true.
doesn't. I saw a video of him recently, and I'm like, ooh, that doesn't even look like Johnny anymore.
Well, he's doing conventions now, so.
Mm-hmm.
He did one in Japan, right?
Yeah.
And apparently it was so bad that like a lot of people didn't get their picture with him. The lines were too long, and people that had paid too. So, because then I saw
that feels.
Then there was a guy that like bumped into him at like the airport and got his picture with him, and he was like all happy. And then everybody was
I know how that feels.
I was like, David, if you don't chime in right now.
Yeah, that was
gosh.
Normally stuff like that doesn't happen to me, guys. I never get that lucky.
So,
but maybe like everything before age 30, no luck at all. Then everything after age 30, I'm having all the great luck.
It's not the luck; it's the will of the force.
Yeah, that sure.
So everything you just explained about that scenario with Johnny Depp is exactly what happened with me and David with Hayden in Japan. I paid, I waited, didn't get to meet him. David standing in the airport has a picture with him. Love it.
Crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But you'll get to meet him here in a few months.
Do we have any idea who this third big person is going to be?
I was going to ask you. I haven't seen the updates.
Bob is saying it's not Natalie Portman.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Ewan McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a third one that he confirmed that it wasn't.
We still think it's Samuel L. Jackson?
It seems like it has to be Samuel L. Jackson or Liam Neeson.
Oh, man, I would love it to be Liam Neeson. Love it.
I mean,
if he doesn't do cons.
But who else could it
never
be?
Say never.
Frank Oz?
No.
Frank Oz is another one, sure.
I mean, that's Yoda. That's the real deal Yoda.
That'd be incredible if he could get Frank Oz. I would be thrilled if he could get one of those three: Frank Oz, Samuel L. Jackson, or Liam Neeson. That would be unbelievable. Any of those three would be great.
We already know Rosario's going, or is Rosario for sure not going?
Maybe that was the third one that he said it wasn't. That it wasn't Rosario. Like he's alluding.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somebody else.
Yeah, people were thinking, okay, well, it's obviously Rosario, but then I think he said yes. No, well, actually, no, it's not her. She's going to be busy.
Post-production?
Yeah, maybe like pickups, reshoots, whatever.
Mm-hmm. But then Hayden would be too, I would assume. Well, she probably has a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Hayden's been on that schedule for a while. Been on the like marked that on his calendar for a while because I think Bob, I don't know if he let it slip or what, but we kind of knew Hayden was going to be there. And I'm interested to see how many people do show up for him.
For Hayden?
Because he's done it twice already. This will be the third time.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's a different point in time on the calendar. It'll be June instead of October. So people like Craig that can't go in October can go in June. And then, of course, that's when school lets out. More people can travel. It might be even bigger.
I think it's going to be huge.
Fun.
I think Hayden's going to be huge.
Yeah.
That's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited.
By the way, did you hear the new quotes from Tony Gilroy on Rogue One? Basically saying that the film was completed when he got in there. I just saw that, I think it was tonight or today, that he was saying the film was pretty much done when he got in there, and that in order to get a writer's credit, it has to be over 33% or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they had to like really go in there and make major changes to this movie, like way more than we realize.
Yeah.
I think he probably completely changed that third act if that was my guess.
Yeah, he had to have, because we didn't get certain scenes from the trailer. The one where they're running directly to the AT-ATs, carrying the plans on the beach. But yeah, there's new stuff coming about that all the time. I'm gonna say Mads Mikkelsen also commented recently about Rogue One. I think I took a picture.
I was like, are you talking about when he was at Christmas and his brother got the Lego Death Star?
Yeah. He actually built a Lego Death Star with Lars Mikkelsen, who plays Thrawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I thought that was so funny when he said,
somebody,
I can help.
yeah. He's like, I know a thing or two about the Death Star.
So, all right. So this is what Tony said. The film was quote unquote finished before he was brought on to oversee reshoots. The easiest thing to say is that I came in after the film was finished, and I have a full screenplay credit on the film. So I'll leave the rest, the math, to somebody else.
Well,
see, hearing people talk about this, it feels like we're going to get the whole story at some point. Because apparently, from what James and I know about this, there's a massive NDA sign. Like, you can't talk about this. Maybe there's a time restriction. Maybe 10 years need to pass, and it's been 10 years almost.
Most NDAs for like Disney and stuff are around that length.
Yeah.
But I think it's like 10 years from release. So because he did the Andor shows, there might be a renewal of NDA signage.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Mads Mikkelsen said. He said something along the lines of there wasn't anything specifically for me when I got there. And I think he's referenced, or there wasn't a lot for him to do until Tony gave him more to do.
No, I think what he had said was that his character he basically knew what his character was and what he was doing, but it was the two young heroes that didn't really have their part developed. That's what I think he had said. Something along those lines. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's still a head scratcher though, because you would think if a director did that, they wouldn't probably be able to do more stuff. But Gareth Edwards has done more stuff. He's done Jurassic World Rebirth with Scarlett Johansson. He's done The Creator with John David Washington. I mean, he's done other stuff. That's an interesting thing. I don't know. Maybe, like I said earlier, the pressure got to him. The pressure would get to me making a Star Wars film. I think I would buckle a few times. It'd be too much. It'd be too much.
Yeah.
But after The Last Jedi, I don't know. I might be like, it doesn't matter what I do.
The first scene of the movie is Luke Skywalker waking up from a back to tank thinking, oh, it was all a dream. He put
Ooh.
thunderous applause.
Inside
Yes!
of the Empire Strikes Back timeline.
Exactly.
Man, oh man, you guys are awful. You guys are awful.
But no, seriously, I really do feel like that. After The Last Jedi, I'm like, maybe I could direct a Star Wars film now. It'd be freaking terrible, but
won't be.
I wouldn't be alone. I could do crazy stuff now. I don't have to feel that pressure anymore. That's seriously how I felt. Like,
what's the crazy thing you would do?
Luke's tossing sabers like nothing. Like, what is going on? I mean, nothing specifically. I mean,
jokes? Didn't the movie start off with like a "your mom" joke?
Yeah.
What?
Yo mama jokes. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I knew I was in trouble the minute I was like, what?
I think I'd bring Mara Jade in. If I did a movie, I'd bring Mara Jade in and Cal Kestis. Everyone's gonna be in it. I don't care what the timeline is.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about a trilogy. I've thought that up pretty thoroughly. The way I would release it, let's say it was episodes 10, 11, 12. I'd release episode 11 first and then go back and release 10. And 10 would be like the Vader reveal, like the I Am Your Father reveal. But you reveal that the protagonist in episode 11 in the middle was actually the antagonist of the previous episode. And and you see the previous episode is like a brother-sister, like evil force wielding combo. Ooh. But the brother turns good and then tries to bring the sister to the light side, and the audience never knows it in the second film, which is the first film you release. And then you jump. It's almost like a machete type of situation, machete order situation, but it's release order that's gonna jump around.
That'd be cool. I'd watch that.
I think so too. I think it'd be pretty good.
Someone hire this man. Lucasfilm, if you're watching,
don't steal my idea. Someone's gonna steal my idea, and then they're gonna come back and say, "Yeah, David, you stole that from somebody else." I came up with this idea. I think the early part of the 2000s, before Revenge of the Sith came out. I finally
found that quote. I've been looking for this quote from that. Right. He said, "I don't think they ever locked a version of the script. It kept changing. For a character like mine, it was still manageable. I had a clear mission. I knew what I was doing. But for the two young heroes, it was obviously more complicated not to know exactly what they were carrying with them from one scene to the next."
Wow.
What do you mean not to know what they're carrying with them?
I don't know if he means literally, like if we're carrying a suitcase or the Death Star plans, or like carrying emotionally. Like it could,
no,
you know.
I thought they meant carrying the Death Star plans. Like they didn't know.
Could be either.
Yeah.
But maybe he means from like an acting stance, like you don't know what you're doing. But you see, he knew what he was doing. He was kind of locked in. He said it was manageable. I had a clear mission. I knew what I was doing.
It's super hard to make a movie. It's almost impossible to make a good movie, but it sounds like they saved this in the edit, and Tony Gilroy kind of swooped in and said, let's do this, this, and this. And you know what? It helps to have a set of eyes that's not connected closely to the situation to look at your thing and tell you, okay, you maybe need to work on this. This is fine. I go through this like almost every day at my job, my day job. I do something and I'm like, this feels weird. I ask my teammate to look at it and they say, okay, yeah, it's fine. And I do the same thing for my teammates. You know, it's because I mean, stuff gets complex and then you start second guessing yourself. And then you think, did I forget something? Something feels off. And yeah, that's what I go through every day.
I have a little bit more to this quote.
Okay.
He confirms Rogue One was a crap show production that filmed without a screenplay. Just as I have always claimed, the one thing that almost saves that movie is a reshot Battle of Scarif and a Vader appearance added last minute.
Yeah, I know the Vader appearance almost never happened, which is what everyone was counting on.
Yeah.
And to me, it kind of goes back to having that person or have a redundant position of a person and a backup person, kind of knowing what the fandom wants and is asking for and is expecting to see. We were expecting Vader to go ape stuff on Rebels, and we got it, and it was great. It's one of the greatest scenes of all time.
Help us! That guy banging on the door. Help us!
Yeah, I mean that was pretty much
Last Jedi.
Yeah, there's a cherry on the cake, connected right to episode 4.
Yeah, that connectivity.
Yeah,
that's what we need our new friend at Skywalker Stories to do. Superimpose me, you, and all of us on the Rebel Fleet troopers, and Ryan Johnson's face on the Darth Vader coming to slaughter us with making us watch Last Jedi. Help us! Help me!
Was it Orlando Celebration where they took the plans out of the ATM and were passing it as Vader was like coming to strike them down, and then Leia was on the other side of these like automatic glass doors that closed, and he put the plans right when the doors closed, and she took them.
I can't.
Or somebody took them and then handed them to Leia, and someone had like a camera, like a tracking shot almost. I don't know. There's some celebration, but it was pretty good. I liked it. It was nice.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So there's one other thing before we get to the film rumor here. So there was a picture that came out that leaked.
That was AI. That wasn't me, David.
I don't know. You never know what's AI. They're making it tough for podcasters now. So there's a picture that came out, and I think, don't quote me, I'm not sure about this, but I think Natasha Liu Bordizzo posted something. I think she removed it, or maybe it's still there. I don't know. But it's like a little snippet of what you can see Ahsoka looks like, and Sabine kind of looks like. Essentially, their hair and Ahsoka's head tails they're actually longer. Here's a picture if you're watching on video.
Oh yeah.
So you can tell they're a lot longer than they were episode or season 1, and then it looks like Sabine's hair is longer.
Yeah, she grew it out.
Yeah.
They must have had purple hair dye on whatever planet that was.
Well, her hair
Pridia?
was purple, right? Pridia? Yeah, it was already purple. It was short.
No, but it was cut. So how did she have more hair dye if her hair was cut off?
Yeah, her hair was super short. And it was that purple orange.
How funny would that be?
Combo?
If we already found like a major flaw in that they didn't think of. She keeps it in her jetpack, of course.
I was gonna say maybe it was on the ship. It was on Ahsoka's ship.
She's known to be a graffiti artist, so maybe she spray a little bit in her hair.
No. Maybe she found a plant, something that's purple, ground it up, and made her own hair dye.
It's perfect.
There you go. I figured it out.
Sounds like you just made it up right now, honestly.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, Star Wars hasn't made up, guys. So.
No way. Stop. Don't ruin Santa. The Santa's real. Don't ruin this for me.
Krampus is real. We'll come get you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No. Well, I know like her. What are they called? Kayla's? No. Her hair.
They call it like head tails, montrals.
Oh, I feel like I've heard them be called something else. Lekus.
Leku. Well, that's usually for the
other species.
The others, yeah.
The other one.
Help us out in chat.
Like Ula.
Yeah.
Why can't we think of this?
We're failing at Star Wars right now.
Darth Talon's species.
Yeah, like Ula.
And what Harrison Dula is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're the worst. This is so.
But see, this is what we do. If we all forget something, it'll eventually come to us, and we're not looking it up online. James is already dead.
Oh man, Zach.
Zach has been to bed for hours now.
What are they called? Lee krill? What are they?
Yeah, they're called leku.
I thought they were called
leku.
Well, they're definitely longer, which was my biggest issue with Ahsoka season 1. I was like, why? Why are they so short? They're shorter than when she was like a teenager and stuff. And I think I think Rosario Dawson. Yeah, Rosario Dawson like made a comment. She's like, they're heavy, dude. They're really heavy and stuff. So they needed to be shorter for like the stunts and everything I needed to do and stuff. I think with time they figured out how to make them look better and longer. Because the Ahsoka season 2, they were starting to get better. Even then, I was kind of like, oh, they do not look great. Because if you see her in Rebels, they're like crazy long, and her face looks so different at that point.
David looked it up.
I got tired of going to my mental Rolodex. It's Twi'leks, guys. No! It's Twi'leks. How did we forget Twi'leks?
Because we're trying to, because it's not trivia time.
Bib Fortuna. Name all the Twi'leks you can. Bib Fortuna, Ula.
Harrison Dula.
That one general that died during Order 66.
Talon.
Darth Talon.
The one that got married.
Her name is Aayla Secura.
Yeah, Aayla Secura. Yeah, I was just thinking of her.
The one who married that clone trooper in Clone Wars.
Hera's dad.
Yeah. Hera's mom. Jeez.
All right. So this film rumor, which I think we've spoke about it before, but now it's bubbled up a little bit more in the Star Wars underground there. People were surprised that this is kind of a known thing. So it's a little bit more than a rumor. There's going to be, and it's funny that James made this comment here because this kind of like flies in the face of that. There's going to be a new Star Wars movie, essentially, but it's an animated movie.
Oh.
We just don't know exactly what it is about.
That didn't go so well for Clone Wars in theaters.
That is true, but is it an animated movie for Disney Plus or the theaters? That's the question.
I really hope for the theaters. I really hope. Do you think it'll be a Tales of, like Disney Plus has been setting up a Tales of like Jedi, Tales of the what was it? Tales of the Underworld.
Right.
All that stuff. You think it'll be a spinoff of that, but a movie form?
I don't know how good those shows have been doing for them. What was that, Craig?
Tales of Gragra.
What is that?
Either of you know who Gragra is?
No.
No. I know Kikak. That's who I know.
Gragra was from episode 1 that Jar Jar tries to get those things and he's like, whoopee, whoopee. That
oh my God.
Oh yeah, and his mouth like just like opened up like straight up and he had like teeth on the outside. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's Gragra.
I want Tales of the Droids.
Yeah, that was already planned and nothing happened. Or talked about, and nothing really came of that. But James, I think, has had the best idea for an animated movie, which is, I guess, the most reasonable way to do this is to show the original big three in their adventures and all the empty pieces of the timeline we haven't seen yet, and have that happen.
That would be good.
Well, we don't need it to be a cartoon anymore. Now we have enough advancement in computer technology.
Yeah,
I don't think you can use Carrie Fisher's likeness, though. Her family is like a hard no on that.
I don't think so.
They weren't for Rogue One.
It's her daughter.
Yeah, her daughter's all for Star Wars to use her likeness.
Oh, okay. So I thought there was like a big thing where they were like, no.
Not Carrie's daughter. I can't. What is her
Carrie?
name?
Not for Carrie. Not for Peter Cushing.
I don't know who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I mean,
sworn it was her.
I mean, Star Wars. The franchise of Star Wars has such a benefit that it's like a family like franchise, and they're not gonna put those characters, those people, their likenesses in compromising situations or anything like that, and they're not gonna do something bad that's gonna harm their legacy or anything. So I think that's why more people are fine with it. Now, if you go to other like IP franchises, whatever, some estates are very, very staunch and like they're like, no, don't do anything with this. And it's like, why not? But some of these people are well off already, so they don't really care about the money that they're going to bring in. So, and I'm thinking specifically about the Tolkien estate. Like, they do not want anyone to touch the Silmarillion, and it's like that would be a gold mine of money if they did something Silmarillion. So I don't know. That's like the last big thing I think that they haven't licensed out, or the biggest thing I should say they haven't licensed out.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's other stuff, but I'm
still trying to figure out who I was thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stories like that in Hollywood where people don't want to use their likeness. And I think
Maybe
James Earl Jones also said that he is okay with him using his voice.
Yeah,
him I knew for sure because
Star Wars
has been talked about it recently, whether or not he that if he should allow it or not. But hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a very foggy time right now with all that stuff.
A lot of this probably could have been avoided had they just had, Luke Skywalker had a son or a daughter, and the timeline continued with a Skywalker.
He had a nephew. A nephew that they will not make another movie about.
A nephew that he tried to murder in his sleep like Palpatine.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I think the hunt for Ben Solo. Here we are again.
It all goes back to the hunt for Ben Solo.
It really does.
Have there been more like billboards and trucks rolling around New York or
in LA? Yes.
Skywriting?
No, I haven't seen anything that drastic. I still see when I'm in the heart of LA, the actual city LA, I'll still see like the papers up on the like poles and stuff looking for, and then you can take the little number kind of thing. I see that still, and I've seen like cars with like the little signs on the top saying in the hunting for Ben Solo.
In retrospect, it really does seem kind of stupid that they killed him.
Yeah, it's not in the Star Wars tradition that you kill like main characters. So yeah, it's a bit surprising. But then again, Craig, he's part of a dyad. Maybe he'd come back. Yeah. He's that powerful, Craig.
I know. He's supposedly more powerful than the Emperor and Darth Vader.
Dun dun dun.
So who could oppose Ben Solo?
Sorry, it's ridiculous. This is why people don't like it. It's just ridiculous. There's so much they could have done differently. The sooner they get away from that sequel trilogy, the better.
Yeah, speaking of that, Daisy Ridley says her movie is coming out.
No.
It turned out great, and it's going to be a story we're all going to love whenever it releases next decade.
Oh, gosh. It's time gaps that kill me.
Yeah. Which aren't necessary now because it's not like George Lucas is like paused everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Daisy, got nothing against you, but I'm not interested in your character.
Maybe this will change your mind, Craig.
Ooh. What? Maybe when Ryan Gosling's character hands over the kid he's protecting to Daisy Ridley's Jedi school, maybe then that's when you'll like Ray.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Never
She was
say
awesome.
never.
I got to meet her this year in person and talk to her.
I have nothing against her. I like her, but I just don't like what they did with the movies.
Yeah.
Could have all been avoided had we got all those characters in episode 7 together. That's all we needed. Would have made a big difference.
No, because I feel like the problems that were there would remain even if we got all 3 of them together. We'd be like, at least that happened, but everything around it was
Sure.
blah blah.
But at least that happened was better than it's never going to happen now.
Yeah.
Who? I mean, how is this their idea? You wait 30 years to see these characters, Luke, Han, Leia, Chewbacca, the droids, and we don't get them together. I mean, that is the worst movie-making decision I think I've ever heard of.
I wonder if they had a scene like that filmed and it just didn't make the cut.
I don't think they did.
No. It just didn't. It was not a good idea. It was not a good idea. You give everybody what they want. You incorporate the other characters into the story.
We got to see Wicket with his son.
Wicket.
I'd have to put on Rise. What is it? I don't even want to think of the movie. Rise of Skywalker to see that.
Yeah. All new suit. And it was actually Warwick Davis's real son.
Yeah, Cosmo's making an appearance.
Oh, man.
Aw. Watch out, Craig.
I know. He was sleeping right next to me.
There's a bobcat in your room.
Is that cat from The Watchmen?
He's the small one.
Oh, man.
He's much smaller than his brother. His brother is like way bigger.
A lion?
His brother's like 16 pounds, I think.
Whoa.
I think that's what he weighed.
My pug right now is 30 pounds.
But Cosmo's, I'm sure, way longer. Look at that tail. Oh, there's Gandalf. That's the other one.
Gandalf and Cosmo. That's great.
Gandalf and Cosmo. He's Cosmo Kitten. And that's who he's going to be.
Not Cosmo Kramer.
He's named after Cosmo Kramer. Yeah. He's Cosmo Kitten.
That's great.
Well,
all right, guys. Well,
covered a lot.
We
We talked about a lot tonight.
Yeah. You guys got anything you want to share?
No, it's good to be back.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. 2026 is when we finally get invited to the red carpet for Lucasfilm.
Woo! I don't know if I'll be invited, but I'll be there.
With a restraining order.
We're either going to get invited or we're going to get banned.
No,
they're gonna, it's a public sidewalk. I can stand there.
I'm walking here.
They're going to see the love in our hearts for Star Wars, and they're going to say, you know what? They should be at our premieres. That's what we need.
Lucasfilm.
I'm going to be like, I know that guy, sir. That's Pedro Pascal. Everybody knows that guy.
Pedro.
No, he knows me.
It's going to be a big year for Star Wars.
It is.
Big year for us.
We're all going to be in the same room together. That's going to be amazing.
You see, we're going to do what episode 7 couldn't.
You mean episode 8, Craig? Episode 7 was a huge blockbuster.
No, but we're all going to be together.
One okay, that's what you're referring to. Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
My gosh. That was amazing.
I'll even bring Cosmo, like my little Chewbacca.
I'll bring my little Boba Fett in his slave one.
Yeah, I'll bring Wicket. I'll be there.
This is the quietest Cosmo's ever been. He's usually very loud. Right, Cosmo? He was sleeping on the chair next to me.
Nice. Are you going to try to see the soup Nazi?
You know what? I would like some of that soup. Soup for me. I do want to see the soup Nazi.
Love it.
Yeah, he'll be at SpaceCon, everyone, just so you have a frame of reference what we're talking about here.
Yeah. When did
Otherwise,
Bob
people are like, what are they talking about now?
Did Bob announce when he's going to announce the third big guest for that trio?
No, I don't know exactly when.
He's really interested in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully soon. Because I know photo ops and everything went on sale for everyone who's been announced, right?
Yeah. Do you know what the percentage of sold are right now?
No.
For Hayden?
No idea.
I haven't seen any updates like, oh, he's almost sold out or anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that either.
I bought the Jazz Wears Vader helmet to get signed. So hopefully, and I haven't bought my autograph yet.
I'm going to take my poster.
Maybe I have a bunch of Hayden autographs, like a bunch. So I don't know if I need any autographs. I did get I will get pictures, at least a picture. But I have so many. I have figure. I have the 2 posters. I have some really cool 16 by 20s where like he's confronting Padme. I think I have 3 different versions of like that shot where one is like Natalie signed looking at him, and the next one's like, her looking at her with those crazy eyes, and then the choking one. I think I have like literally 3. I'll have to show him one day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this poster with me and have him sign that.
The Mariana one?
No, below it. This one. That one has like all the tarot cards.
He'll be like,
no. That one's way too heavy to bring with me, but no, this one's like all the Star Wars characters as tarot cards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have Hayden and then Ian sign. And depending who else goes.
I don't know how many autographs I'll need. I'll definitely get some photographs.
Maybe even Daniel Logan can sign the Boba Fett one.
Yep, he'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll get Billy D. I do have a poster that needs Billy on there.
I have Billy D on this one too. I can have him get that one signed too.
I have this really cool poster that's like of the carbon chamber.
Oh, and nice.
I think it only needs Billy on there. I have to look. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's just a few months away.
Summertime.
And you know what's happening before that? The Mando movie. And Star Wars night.
And a new ride. Well, an updated version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we got a lot of cool stuff coming.
Yeah, it's going to be a big year for comics.
What do you think? We're ready to say goodnight for the night?
I think so.
For the rest of the year?
Is this the last one of the year?
I think we might do another one before and have like a little recap of what happened in the year. Because, I mean, a lot of stuff happened this year. I mean, Celebration happened in Japan. And James, Mary, and I were there. So there's a lot to talk about with that.
Woot, woot.
Yeah, Rebel Scum Con, Space Con. Yeah.
Shows that came out.
Yep.
Grabbing he's like, come on. I'm ready for bed.
Like, time to go to bed. Time to go to bed, Dad.
All right. For Craig 5, Mary, my name is David, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
This is the way.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Dewana Wonga.
Zoom.
You believe this?
Utini.
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
Cosmo's giving you guys dirty looks.
Hold on. I am no Jedi.
How many times has Cosmo watched Star Wars?
Many. Can you recite anything? He's so quiet. Like normally he's always talking. It's weird that he's being quiet.
And you have him in the room where you're podcasting. Okay.
He wanted to hang out. He missed me.
It almost looks like it's a puppet, Craig, with the paw and like touching you.
Right? You see him, right?
Yeah.
That's like a full arm. That is a full human arm.
He's big. Maine Coons are awesome cats.
All right. Till next time.
Bye.